Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this rainbow, and with the use of the mouse you will see that we can make this rainbow react like this. We will be using the dist function and we will be making this rainbow move like this. So let's go and make them. So let's start. So the first thing I want to do is to change the background from this white color to the black, so I will be writing 0 here for the black, and then I'm going to be using uh, the arc function to make the arcs. So for making the arc you need the stroke and the stroke weight. So let's start by giving the stroke weight first. So let's say stroke weight, and let's keep the stroke weight to 15. After doing that, let's go and give the uh, stroke color. So the first stroke we wanted to make is the shade of hot pink. So to find the colors we are going to use the color picker. So it's readily you can see from this color picker chart. So I need this hot pink color, which is 255, 105 and 180. 255, 105 and 180. Now after doing that we are going to make our first arc. So for the arc function what we need is we need the x and the y positions, and just like the ellipse, and we need the width and the height. And after that we will be giving the arc angle, which makes the arc either upwards or downwards. So it's like a smiley banana or upside down banana. So let's start with that. So let's say that we want our arc to be at the half of the width of the canvas. So let's write with half, and let's give its y, the first y, to be around 160, and then let's give its height to be width to be uh, more than the canvas width, so I'm giving it 470, and I'm giving the height as 260. And just like you can see till here, it's just like the ellipse function. Now I'm going to add that I want my rainbow arc to be upside down, just like a upside down banana. So I'm going to write pi, and then I'm going to write 0. So when I do that, I should have an arc with, as you can see, there is a fill in that present. So we need to say that we don't need any fill here. So we can write in the above part no fill. This will stop any fill to be filling the space here. And now I will run again the program, and now you can see there is no fill and there is no shading under. So now after doing that, let's make the next rainbow. Now the second color I want to give is some sort of yellow, so let's select a yellow color. So in the same we will go, and let's say since we need a lighter color, so let's go for, let's say, lemon chiffon. It's not very light and it's not very dark, so let's do that. So write its numbers as 255, 250 and 205. 255, 250 and 205. So that's the color done. Now just like before, we will be writing the same arc, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to write the same arc. The only difference I'm going to do is I want this arc to be equally spaced. So at this position where there is y position, it needs to be changing as y. So when it's starting from 160, and if I add 30 more to it, it should be 190. In the same way, I will be doing over and over again to make them equally spaced. So I'm going to tidy my code so you can see better. And now I will run my code. I've changed nothing, just the y position of the arc. So in the same way, I'm going to make the next one. So I'm going to give now the stroke color of green. So let's go and see which green color we can get. So let's take the light green color. So what's the color number is 144, 238 and 144. 144, 238 and 144. And now again I have the same arc. I will copy from here and I'm going to paste it here. Now add into 190 another 30, so it will be around 220. Now I will run and you can see there is another bow we can see. Now let's make another, give another stroke color, and in this stroke color let's give the blue color. So blue, we need another lighter color of blue. So let's see, in the blue color we have lighter, let's say sky blue. Sky blue is 135, 206 and 235. 135, 135, 206, 135, 206 and 235. Hopefully this color is right. And then we are going to paste the same thing. Now from in 220 add 30 more, so it will be 250. And then we run the program and we can see that our blue color is there. So in the same way we will do the next one. And now again we will go for the stroke, and the stroke this time we need something from the purple. So let's go and check that if we can find anything in purple. So let's go up and see, these are too dark and we need something lighter. Okay, let's go for plum color, which is 221, 160 and 221. 221, 160 and 221. And then we again paste it and add 30 more to 250, which will make it 280. And then we run again. So after the first time when we put the values for these, we will not change any value. We just change the value of the y and add 30 to every single one of them, and we will get the rainbow colors, rainbow. Now after doing that, the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to use the dist, so when I move my mouse up and down, so it changes the uh, height of the or the thickness of the rainbow. So let's do that. So let's start with the stroke weight, because the stroke weight needs to change. So at this moment the stroke weight is 15 and I want to double it, so it needs to be 30. And now I will be using the conditional and use inside the conditional the dist function. So the dist function basically takes two things inside it. If I write this here, so it takes first the position, the first position, which is the position of the mouse, which is the mouse X and the mouse Y position in this case, and then it takes the uh, center of the uh, center position of this. So we will be taking the first two values of these. So the first two values are the X and Y position of the arcs, so we will be putting that in. So the X and Y positions we will be putting in, and then we will be also telling it that how much further away the mouse should be that it starts making the thing react and change the stroke weight. So as you will see, as we move on, we will see that also. So let's start. So let's do our first one. So we will keep the strokes in the same way as before. We will not change anything in it. We just write if, and then we will write the dist function in it. So we write dist, and inside the dist function we are going to write just like before I've written mouse X, then we will write mouse Y, and then I will give the first position, which is the width half and 160. So I will write this width half, which is half of the width of the canvas, and 160, which is the Y position of the first bow. And then I'm going to be telling it that how far away it should start detecting it. So I will say that it should be is less than or equal to 20. So this will be the distance from where it should start detecting. Now what I'm going to put is I'm going to take this arc function from here, and I'm going to put the whole thing with the stroke of it. I'm going to copy this from there and put it in here. So nothing will be changed, it's just the whole thing coming inside the dist function. So we did that, fix that also. Now we have our thing, and let's tidy our code so you can see better. Now you can see the same things are there, nothing has changed, just the dist function we did. We first write the mouse X and mouse Y, and then we did the width, given the width and the height of the X and Y position of the arc. So when I run it, so when I go 20 position, you can see the bow is increasing in the stroke weight. So this one is reactive. Now let's make the next one. So we will be using the else if condition, and then we will give again another dist. So I will copy the same thing from here, and I'm going to put it here. The only thing I'm going to change is again the Y position of it. The Y position of the second one is 190, so we will be changing this 190 here. And then after doing that, don't forget our brackets. So the else if bracket, we have put it in, and then we will copy the second one and let's place it inside. So when we place it inside, we will be able to, you can see. Now let's see how the next one is ready. So when I do this, I go closer. Now you can see the other rim bow is also increasing its size. So as I go a little bit further away, the yellow one, and little bit more closer than the red one. So now the whole thing we can just copy the else if again. You can copy, but it's better to write it and then copy just the things we require. So let's take this again from inside the if statement, else if in statement, and put it here. And now let's change again the this y position of it, so it will be now 220. And then again we will place the brackets properly, and after placing the bracket properly, we will get the third rainbow with its color and everything, and we will bring it here, place it here, and it's done. So now when I go back and check, so now I'm moving, my third rainbow color is also changing in stroke weight. So in the same way, now I'm going to do the next one. Again we will write else if, and again we will give its brackets, and the brackets now I'm going to write the statement again. I will get the statement from there carefully, and then I will place it here and change the value of the at 30 to the value of the y here. And oh, I forgot to take the how much distance, so it's giving me the error. So we will do that distance and place the bracket there. So it's very important to be careful that we don't mess up while we are copying the things. If you copy carelessly, just like I did right now, so we will end up by doing some mistake in the code. So now I'm going to take the third value, which the 250 y position, and I'm going to place, copy from there, place it here, and now I'm going to run my program to check whether it's working or not. So let's see. So when I go here, the blue is working and all the others are also. So it seems to be like moving. Now the next one again, else if, that's our last one, and then I'm going to carefully take the whole thing and copy it, and then I'm going to place it inside, and then I'm going to place my brackets there, and now I'm going to bring my last code of arc from there, and I'm going to place it here. So now let's run the program, and when I move this mouse, you can see our others are working. What happened to this one? Let's check what's going on. Did we miss something? Oh yes, we forgot to change the y value here in the dysfunction, so it needs to be changed to 280 first, and then save the program and run the program. So now when I do this, it's also working. So as you can see, when you move your mouse at a distance of 20, the rainbow is moving perfectly. So this is how you are going to use the dist function. Dist functions are used to see whether the things are colliding with each other or not. So I will show you in my other videos that how we can use the dist function to make the thing appear or disappear, or make the thing work by using the dist function, just like this one. So hope you like the video and make something new with it. The idea could be make rectangles, and then when you use the function of dist, you will use in the same way, use the mouse x, mouse y, keep the x and y position in it, give it some distance, and when you move it around, the rectangles can change or the circles can change their colors in the same way. So hope you like it. See you next time. Bye.